on here. Go here. Hi guys, everyone out there. I'm gonna post. Well, first off, I'm gonna find myself on YouTube. Go to my channel, show that I am live, and then share on Facebook, and then show that I'm live on YouTube. Come get a kind of want to build this up and whatnot. Don't worry, I'm about to pop on here and get on the chat so we can so I can get on why is okay, I was gonna say the chat is terrible. I remember it used to been pop-up in the chat. I don't know what would be easier. Like I'm trying to figure out on here. I'm not trying to live chat. It's making me want to like make it full size, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to make it full size. I'm trying to actually, there we go. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna put it like there so I can actually see it. This being my first live on YouTube in a long time. Okay, so you're just here for good vibes. Good vibes as I chuck my tarot cards around. Hi guys, hello people. Hi Aiden, it's kind of nice to kind of like connect with you. Thought that was kind of cool that we have Tempest Noah as a friend together. So I got an old friend of mine asking for a free, asking for a reading. I'm going to use my Oracle deck. He said, please, can you pull a card for me? So I'm going to pull a card for you. I feel like watching this video, I am, that's strange. I didn't want to push the card in. That I am actually 4 seconds behind. I thought that was quite interesting. Which is fine. I'm gonna pull a card for you. We'll go from there. And yeah, this is kind of my second live video here on YouTube, and I thought this would be kind of interesting to work with. What is going on with you cards? Hello, hello. Okay, that sounds like it. So mistletoe, which is one of my favorite cards on here. And so I'm gonna pop on here because I'm not really strong with these tarot card or oracle cards. So we're gonna go to mistletoe's right here. Mistletoe is a healing, fertility, and inspiration. And Druid ceremonies, during Druid ceremonies, they have these decorated around their altar, the winter solstice. And all lights are extinguished at the heart of the right to symbolize the time of the longest night. Then the candles lit, and all participants light their own candles from this one flame to symbolize the rebirth of the sun and the birth of Mabun, the divine child that lives in each and all of us. Mistletoe is then distributed to all, since mistletoe berries symbolize a power of this movement. Drawing this card may indicate the period of difficulty is over, as a new cycle dawns. Just as a newborn baby should be nurtured and warmed and in warmth and safety, so shall the beginnings of a new project and the phases in your life be nourished close to your heart. So this card is talking about a healing card. It's talking about it's time to actually, when doing this, it's time to actually like hone in your energies, preserve your energies, because you're creating a mama protection around the sphere of this newborn, aka a project or something that's coming up ahead of you, and you need to create an energy barrier around it to kind of help, because it's so fragile, kind of help protect it because it's so fragile inside. Then eventually it will become boom, strong, a very 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 strong. Look at that one little piece of hair. A very strong. It would become a very fulfilling project, end of your project. So hopefully that can make a little bit of sense. Okay, that's just really weird. It was just stating that a comment was made with a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of emojis or something, and I decided to stop it and then blame me for it. That's so weird. So hopefully that helps answer your question. Let's do it again. But yeah, Reggie, I'm doing fine. I am offering oracle readings, one card oracle reading from my druid or plant oracle, druid and plant or animal oracle, druid oracle deck. Like, I try to like tell myself to say this over and over again. There's that, and then I have my tarot cards, my Morgan Greer tarot deck, which I've been really loving these days and connecting with it. So I'm very proud of it. But yeah, if you have a question, write it down below. I'm definitely gonna hide messages. I'm gonna have the chat hidden on my main camera just so I can actually see. But yeah, okay. I just gonna write show. I'm doing good. What does Abalhe want from me? What is his intentions? I think that's a tarot question more than anything. Yeah, as I was saying, that sounds like a tarot. Oracle will be like a message of. Tarot will kind of dig a little deeper into that. I mean, I could have did a landscape, and so it kind of fills up the video and whatnot, but I kind of like this. I can actually see a little more on the chat. So, an emotional connection. This is for Red G. This is talking about, so you got Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So this is talking about a very deeply rooted emotional connection. Intentions behind it is saying that you are, either you or him are very well known, or you guys know each other, also very connected emotionally. You guys are really good in like in either friendship or relationship. You're still good with one another. You guys are just very deeply emotionally invested into the situation. And his intentions are like the Wheel of Fortune. Let's put this card up so you can kind of see a little. So the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that either you guys been through this before, or you guys may potentially go through cycles, kind of over and over again in a way. But it sounds like you guys been through this before, and on his behalf, he's already been through these emotions with you, or emotions from himself to himself about you, that these are old familiar emotions that are coming up every time. And that being said, that he really wants to take it to the next step. He does. Don't know about your reaction to it, or don't know about how you feel about it. But I don't see in the cards. I don't really see like ooh no, I hate this guy. I'm never gonna have anything near it. So bottom line, he wants a friendship, and if it does blossom into an actual relationship, to an actual loving, caring relationship, a romantic relationship, then it will blossom into that. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, yeah, it's a good thing one way or another. So hopefully that does answer your question. Wait, I don't, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't like when my tarot cards go back like that. So he messaged me not that long ago. Thanks for everything. Yes, if you have a question, for readings or for anything, leave it down in the comments below, and I will read it right on my thing. But yeah, nevertheless, his intentions with you is to just connect with you. He wants to stay connected with you, and he just likes being around you. Really good energy. That is up to you, actually, because the Wheel of Fortune is kind of a back and forth kind of card, and that could be just on his behalf on that. But I am over him. Yeah, that could be the feeling of you're getting on the Wheel of Fortune. But his intentions is to remain friends, bottom line, friendship. And if it does blossom into a relationship, then it does blossom to a relationship. But I don't really see it. I don't see it going like a non-relationship. You're gonna be connected with him because you have a connection with him, and he has a connection with you. And so, that being the case, he's just ain't going nowhere. I am going to light my vampire blood incense so I can actually have A, good smell, B, just overall, just incense. So, what does Spirit want me to say about this? I think when it comes down to it, I think you should definitely just be, like you said, you've been played, you've been through this mess, the Wheel of Fortune kind of situation. I just think that you should just be on your guard and be on your like kind of your best behavior, where you don't give him that glimmer of hope that there is a relationship, and then be very communicative and very direct to him that this may not flourish into anything more than just a friendship. Because obviously he's on his side, his intentions are friendship. If all else fails, friendship. I want friendship. He just likes to be near you. So hopefully that does answer. You're currently not talking to him. Okay, like I said, it's up to you on this end. You could definitely just say like, fuck off, leave me alone, or you can move forward with him or without him. It's kind of, the ball's in your courtyard. But like his intentions, like you asked earlier, his intention is just to be friends with you, bottom line, or become a loving relationship again, or whatever. It's kind of up to you. Hopefully it does answer your question. I need to open my blinds because it's gonna get very dark here in a sec. Oh my god, it's such a beautiful sky, guys. Oh, much better. I actually prefer like incredibly large amount of lighting. And I also like doing black and white. That's even better. Okay. When it comes to like that, if you want to give him a chance, again, I think the ball is in your court. Two of those cards are saying, the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups are saying that like these are emotions that you should take in consideration of with this situation, and that you should really focus on if you do want to take him back or not. But you also should focus on what is he investing, but also what is good for you. Because the Wheel of Fortune is like we're going in circles. We're going around and 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 around with this. And some things do change. Some people do evolve. Some people don't, learn from lessons, don't evolve. And some people just remain stuck. So there's no need to like ask Spirit if you want to give him a second chance or not. I think on a like a human to human level, I think you should definitely be very how would you say this? Consider the pros and cons with the situation and go from there. Is he good for me? Again, you would know what's good for you. May you have a spiritual message. Yes. Thank you for mentioning a spiritual message in that fashion. That's kind of cool, because I'm going to use my Druid Plant and Animal Oracle, and we'll see what's the message for you. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like a good investment, and it sounds like you do want, like on a real note, you do want something from him, because you're asking, should I stay with him? Should I give him a last chance? Like a part of you wants to move forward with him, but a part of you wants to move forward without him, and it's kind of, so it sounds like a situation that you kind of have to decide for yourself, and I can't really like make that decision for you. But yeah, yes, I'm excited too. This is kind of like my very first official tarot card reading live on my channel, and I think this might be the new itch for me on here, because I've been practicing on Facebook Live, which was so far a success, and which was nice. And then this kind of helps me actually save the video on my YouTube channel and then go from and just remember stuff. But yeah, let's just focus on. That was weird. Hawk. And I know I put it in black and white because I just hate bright colors. But the hawk is really gorgeous. There's like a couple little fires in the back, and whatnot. So I'm not really, you're welcome. You're so welcome. And I'm here. I'm going to be here. I think I'm going to be here almost every Friday nights. I'm going to make that kind of official. Friday Night Tarot. Sorry. I'm not really strong with these cards, so I'm going to read the definition in the books. But I'm assuming a hawk. This is a really good message, I would say. Nobility, recollection, and cleansing. Page 42. So, the hawk brings the ability to see your life in perspective, to free you from unnecessary baggage, and to connect you to your ancestry roots. See, if you take some time out of your daily routine to survey your life calmly and see events in context, the hawk can help you with that recollecting the missing pieces of a jigsaw that you've been trying to assemble, and he will help too to spot the details which are significant. So it sounds like you just need to stop in a very daily life affirmation style. You should just stop, reflect what's going on with your life, and take a step back and look at the bigger picture and view what's really good and what's not good. And then that will kind of help build. When you have a sense of your roots, in your life, you will start to feel a pride and growing sense of nobility and statuette. Once you know where you have come from and where you're going, your life will start fulfilling with inspiration and enthusiasm, and you will have a sense of new dawning to your way, and you will be able to make decisions with confidence. So it sounds like the hawk is saying that maybe you should take a step back, reevaluate, and see the bigger picture, see what's really going on in front of you, and just realizing like certain things in your life that doesn't really work with you, dismantle, reconnect. And then once that happens, your daily life will be very nourishing, and then it can resume, because it sounds like you were, before this, you were kind of in a square wheel, and now if you do step back and be the hawk, fix the wheel will become circle, and therefore it'll be easy transitioning to multiple aspects in your life. That's what it sounds like to me on that. So let me read. You put an eagle emoji. I'm done. Let's see, what's the next one? What are intentions in the next move towards me? No contact solution. Buzz. Not from work. This is exactly what I need to do. So, yes, Chrissy, if you want a reading, just write down your comments down below. Write down your question in the comments down below, and I would actually, in the chat, I would definitely get to you on that. Intuition on point. Thank you. That's reconfirming. So, okay, yep. So what is your intentions and your next move? Let's figure out what is your next move. So, okay, I'm gonna park my oracle, and I'm definitely going to use my tarot, see what's like the next situation. Next move. Let's figure out what's going on. Hi, Mitz. If you guys are all new coming on here, definitely leave your questions in the chat, and I'll get to you in the fashionably order of first come first serve situation. And just hold tight, and I'll get to you as quick as possible. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing to me. It's kind of nice to hear that again. I'm surprised you guys don't hear a moaning. All right. And I'm just doing simple 3-card spread. Don't need to really get into details. Oh shit. You have the Queen of Cups and Pentacles, and then the 7 of Pentacles. So this is telling me that you're in a very dual space in life. One is very intuitive spirit, one who is very in tune with herself, or yourself per se. Let's just put it in your instance, because I think these two queens back to back are kind of saying you. And they're very, as you can see, even in black and white, you can see the contrast between each other. And then the Queen of Pentacles is facing the 8 of Pentacles. So both queens are talking about somebody who is in light and dark. There's a well balance right there with a lot of bit of intuitive, emotionally maturity, a very self-respect situation. The Queen of Pentacles is talking about someone who's very stable, forward-thinking, and practical, and just a really good balance. Also, there's a really good balance to signify like a very sensitive person. And the 8 of Pentacles is coming in talking about what is towards you. Let me kind of go up a little bit. and intentions in your next move. So the Eight of Pentacles for your next move is to continuously work hard right now, continuously doing what you're doing best right now, and that this hard work would pay off. Like, never mind answering that question, just rereading it. But the Eight of Pentacles is usually someone who sits there, works really hard at a subject or at a situation, at a project, and that know that there's a big finish at the end. So moving forward is to continuously maintaining that focus and keeping up with that focus. I think that will be a really good thing for you on your next intentions, your next move, your next itch. So hopefully that would be good. Love reading for Kirsty, Kirsty. It's a love reading. What's coming from me and the love single Libra. I love Libras. My father was a Libra. Both boyfriends who are really like long-lasting relationship. One was 10 years and one I'm currently in for 2.5 years. Both are Libras and share the same birthday but different years, which I thought that was inspiringly weird. But not just that, but like definitely for sure. Libras are amazing creatures, very indecisive creatures. But let's figure out what's love in your life. We'll go from there. So I have one card popped out. Yeah. Which usually when cards pop up or a deck is like really difficult to shuffle, I tend to stop because that's usually like a card pop up saying, "Hey, let's stop." Yes, and that's a good thing because check out what. Okay, so the card that popped up is the Ten of Cups, which is a really good card that we want. And the other two cards when I stop shuffling is the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, which this is telling me a new friendship, a new relationship is coming towards you in a fashion of work, or a fashion of work life, or something that goes with school or something like that of sorts. The Ten of Cups is saying that there's a great union between two. I mean, if you look closely at the card, two people holding hands and two celebrating a union, especially with the rainbow going into the cup. It's usually symbolic. It's usually symbolic of a union between two people in harmony. And the King of Cups is talking about somebody who's very a person who is who's in touch with their intuition, who's really strongly emotional, emotionally a really well emotional person that does invest and stuff. Also, that really does take lead with his or her emotions. And the Ace of Pentacles is talking about how you meet this person. You're going to meet this person through a work life or an event or a situation. But if you look closely, there's like a rose there, it's just, and there's like a new opening door, a new beginning. And those like little things are kind of cool because it's like, if you go to the beach, there's like those little things like, I'm going through this like bushy like beach, and then going through this beautiful archway, and then boom, beautiful beach. And it's usually like a hidden hole in the wall spot in the beach, and it's like the perfect beach. That's the feeling of what you get from this person when you come near this person. Also look for Pisces, Cancers, more than anything, Pisces and Cancers. That's what I keep hearing as well. So we're going to truck on and move to the next reading. Let's see. Did the intuition. And Victoria, I would like a reading. Will Augustine Gemini contact me soon? I'm a Capricorn. We broke up 2 weeks ago. I'm going to pop out the oracle for this one because I want to figure out, even though it's kind of a very vague yes or no question, let's figure it out. This one is for Anne or Anna, depends on pronunciation. Gemini, I'm a Capricorn. He broke up with me. Would there be a connection? And I feel like that's weird I had to stop right there. The card that came up is wheat. And if you're a Family Guy fan, you would totally got that. But wheat. Wow. And it just popped up. Harvest, nourishment, and abundance. This is the time to harvest of abundance and appreciation that all nature has given us. So this is the time where you should really just appreciate the relationship that you went through and know the fact that it's going to be harvest, which means know the fact that this is a season that's already passed, and it's really difficult to do that. I myself is a Gemini, and when I usually make a decision, I usually don't come back from that without a big legit reason to go back to that. It is also time for celebration of the results of your hard work, and choosing this card could indicate that this is the time to stop working for a while and take in some time of appreciation of your achievements, and give thanks to the harvest of your life. It may be that the time to spend a great deal of energy sowing seeds and caring for your plants, working for the future of caring for your family. But it's vital to also give yourself time to savor life in the moments and enjoy a family as a community, tribe, as well as do. This card indicates that you are entering a phase of abundance, bringing you riches in your relationships and in your spirituality, creativity, and material lives. This card that symbolizes generosity. When you in need at a material and emotional level are satisfied, you are free to focus on what gifts could bring to you. So if you constantly listen to it and not focus, not hyperfixation on some of the words that are saying, oh, there's abundance of relationship. If you really think about it, once you harvest wheat, it's a crop. You harvest wheat, you're going to enjoy all that summary work, all that hard work that you put into it. And now it's time for you to enjoy. But also it's time for like self-reflection. It's time for you to like work as one as yourself. So it sounds like when it comes to this, reading with you as the Gemini and everything, space is what it sounds like with this. But also it's talking about how you should breathe. Give a Gemini air. Big warning, give air to us. But also just breathe and let the situation go and kind of focus on yourself and let that fall in, because it's still freshly sown. It's still freshly that. So it's time to start working in inner workings. So hopefully that answers your question. It just sounds like, girl, you just kind of like you need to focus on yourself and figure out what's good for you and what's not good for you, and not fixate on the heartache that you're kind of experiencing, but also give your heartache respect. Just say. Next is, am I being guided to okay, no R's, next move. I think I'll answer that in a second. Maybe I got your question wrong. I can go jump back to that. Am I being guided to the goddess Isis and the Egyptian path for red cap? Oh my God, yes. I really don't need to like pop out cards and stuff like that. But I do want to comment on that. If you are being drawn to an actual aspect, look into your daily life, look around you and figure out what has been going on with you. Like, have you recognized like you're really drawn to Egyptian themes? If you're really into whatever the goddess that is calling on to you, if you notice there's a lot of the sacred animals, you notice the time of the day is going around, you notice that there's actually certain energies that's been going around you, especially for Isis. If you notice there's a lot of connection with her, if you notice that she's like around you and whatnot, I think you should definitely look into it. You don't really need tarot cards or oracle cards to kind of tell you that when a goddess is knocking at your door, she's knocking at your door, or just the actual god or goddess or a higher being. If you're being called to, just start looking for signs and symbols and stuff like that around you that would help you connect with. So let's look into it. I wanted to ask, what's my person's next move and intention towards me? Okay, I could definitely do that. Why hasn't Nikom texted me for some days? I'm not entirely sure how a person hasn't texted you for a couple days. That kind of sounds like a lack of communication there. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, if you want a tarot card reading or an oracle reading, whatnot, just write down your questions down below on on that. But I'm gonna do, what is this? Okay, chat, you're acting really sus. Your person's next move and intention towards you. Okay. That is something I can answer in a sec. Mana, what's coming next for me in love? Thanks. This is for Sunflower, which is such a stand-up name, Sunflower. You guys are welcome. You're welcome for your readings. And no, I did not forget about you. I will get back to you of asking the tarot what's the person's intentions and next move. I can kind of get more into that detail. And then if you guys want a reading or whatnot, just leave your question down below and I will get to it in a timely fashion in order. First come, first serve, like always. Let's figure out what life is. The Sun, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. I like to say that all the time like that. So the Sun card and the Page of Swords is telling me a very positive, uplifting person who's very talkative and very charismatic, very magnetized, like very, people just are drawn to him or her. They're just drawn to them, and that they're very, very vocal, very just singing loud, just around. And this could be a very Gemini-like person, but it's also charismatic, so it could be just a Libra as well. But the Sun card is saying that it's a very positive, uplifting person who has nothing but good to say every time you're around this person, or when you do come around this person, they're very uplifting and kind of puts you in a higher vibration. And the Chariot is telling me it's a very indecisive character, so this is making me think it's more of a Libra than anything, or Gemini, because Chariot does symbolize the duality, or two things, or split in the road, but it also tells the indecisiveness, the idleness. So look for a Gemini and a Libra, which is both air signs, but I want to pull this out, that you got this card, and it has sunflowers on it. I don't know if that's a huge connection. It's a very Leo card if you really want to get technical with it. So look out for that in your love life, look out for a Libra or a Gemini, and figure out a very positive, uplifting person. That could be both of them, because Geminis can be very uplifting. I should know, I'm a Gemini myself. But they could be it could be a very uplifting person who's very vocal and strong. But Libras can be very charismatic and also uplifting as well. So I'm not entirely sure, but one of those signs are gonna pop up and whatnot. So he said he felt like pressured. Okay. Yes, Andrea, if you want a reading, you can ask. What's the signs? What do you mean? Declare what you're asking for, like the signs of? Are you talking about the signs of, like, when you know there's a deity or a higher being, or something that's calling onto you? It could be spirit as well. It could be family members that are calling to you. Well, you gotta research the person, the deity, the superhero, whatever you want to, whatever is calling into you, and looking for plants, animals, signs, and stuff that is associated with them, and kind of go connecting with that. And then when you discover, like, oh, that makes sense, like I've noticed I see a lot of Malachites around me, right? And I noticed that there's this and this and this. Oh, this has happened to associate with this goddess. Maybe she's calling to me. Let me look into this goddess. And then when you look into the goddess, you kind of realize that maybe that's a time in your life that you need the goddess in your life in that time, or this is the time where you need to work with identity. If not, if it's something that like a lot of stuff around your house is clicking, saying, hey, it's grandma, grandpa, mom, sister, brother, kid, that's the time where you need to reflect on the person and connect with them, be it whatever, and because there might be a potential message for you. So just saying with that. I'm a Scorpio. Okay, there's one more. It just popped up. I'm a Scorpio. What does my ex Diego Taurus thinks about me? He wants to be back together. He wants to be back together or not anymore. Okay. Yes, I'm about to do yours. If you want to know what your person's next move towards you, I'm about to literally do yours, and then I was going to do the next person. So, like, okay, when it comes to questions like, what is the person's intentions? What does this person think of me? What does this person do? What does this person visualize in me? What is this person? Is another thing of, like, you don't feel so certainty with a person, or you're not familiar with the person. If you are familiar with the person, you wouldn't ask such questions, but the person that has intention towards you, what's the next move? This could declare so many things right now. I don't know what really the next move and intentions. I don't know what kind of, how would I really answer that question in a way? Like, that's like walking up to a random person and like, what do you want to do with me? It's just slightly absurd. But I'll try to answer it in the fashion I can. That's so funny because I just remembered giving. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Sun popped up, and this is just saying, like, that this person, specifically this person, in a weird, oddly sense, if I want to answer what is their intention in the next move, is to recycle a situation with you that brought such happiness between you two. So maybe renew your vows, go back to the first dating place, going to an area that would help remind you of a life. This could mean multiple things. This could be meaning taking you on that date that's always been talked about. But the next intentions, if you really want to know intentions, it's the Sun card. It means something that's good coming your way. So that's a good intention. It's inviting intention. It's a healthy intention. It's such a full of life intention. So the intentions, if you're really asking for, that's what it really is declaring, if you want to put it in that sense, and whatnot. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing like always. Oh my God. My mom would follow me here on live on YouTube. It's fine. It's okay. Hi, Mom. She should know my readings. She was my guinea pig for many, many years. Of course. But you're in no contact. Okay. Just know that the intentions are like healthy intentions, even though if you have no contact or not, be it whatever it may be, that the next time this person does come in connection with you, that does come in contact with you, or does even like physically come near you, the intentions is that, and that you guys will kind of, I would say, go out, take you to like a spot that you guys have a connection to, kind of reconnect. Yes, you are welcome, everybody. You are welcome. You are welcome. And if you guys really want, you should definitely subscribe. You can like this video if you want. That's entirely your choice. But you should definitely subscribe, because I'm thinking about making every Friday tarot on YouTube, live YouTube, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking about making into that because I feel like I have to kind of give this channel a little bit of light and love, like I've always been wanting to. I just miss doing tarot card readings, essentially. And I'm really, surprisingly enough, guys, I'm surprisingly fucking enough that I could actually shuffle these like this, which is so weird. But if you guys are just coming onto the chat, I do offer free tarot card readings, and I also offer free oracle, my plant and animal druid oracle deck. I'm not really strongly know the definitions, but I do have the original books that came with the decks, and that I would read a little bit and kind of give a little bit of on my end for that. So if you guys have a question or anything, leave it down below, and then I will answer it in early fashion as a first come first serve. But how is everybody doing so far? Hopefully you guys are doing good out there. Hopefully you guys are doing social distancing, washing your hands, staying away from people who are in contact with that, and hopefully you guys really do take your, you know, your vaccination shots in a way, if you're going to be publicly going around, I guess. Hopefully the booster is not doing anything harmful to you and kind of giving you a good time. With my vaccination, I got the first 2 vaccination shots, and so far so fine. But not really like, I don't know, just I was sore on the first one and it felt weird, and the second one nothing happened. And I haven't done the booster yet, but I'm only presuming the booster is going to be kind of a havoc and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well out there. I'm going to stay on here for maybe an hour or so on here, so I can get the message out on readings. And right now, here in Portland, Oregon, that's where I live. I live downtown, and where I live at is like crow heaven, and like there's a bajillion crows behind you. I don't know if I can, maybe you guys can see. Can I rotate you? You will just see, like, it will focus on my actual handle. Anyways, there's like a bajillion crows flying right now, and what they do is, like, when it gets to this time, they tend to go towards a certain area in downtown and like sleep in the trees, because they know that in this area there's not that many people walking by, so they're not really like being bothered and not being bothered by it, and so they kind of tend to hang out in those specific areas. Not enough human trafficking, not like a human interactions going on, like the train, people walking from the bars, outdoor bar music is like a legit thing here, and sometimes it's super effing loud, and in the aspect. I think I need to sage these cards because they'd be acting kind of funny, specifically this deck. So maybe I should sage both of them. Also, I want to talk about like ghost connections and ghost stuff. I don't know, just some things have been kind of like in my sleep, interrupting my sleep or whatnot. Not lack of sleep, like I'm not getting like haunted or being like possessed or whatnot, but it's kind of hard to declare if there really are like dreams or they're really like spirits talking, giving me information or whatnot. But I'll wake up with this huge like epiphany, or oh, wow, all my life is solved in a way. But just know the fact that a lot of things, like what's going on in my life right now currently, some of the things are like out of my control, and I have to have to wait for a process to go through, kind of situation. But wow, the person erased a lot of information. Okay. It just keeps notifying me when somebody, I don't want top chat, I want live chat. When somebody erases or does a lot of emoji, they tend to it's like full on alerting me. Oh yeah, these cards needed it so bad. But anyways, I've been kind of like haunted by certain things. So I don't know if you guys do experience a little bit of haunts from the spirit realm and whatnot. There. Nope. Fire, stop. There. Cards are set, reset, and ready for the next one. I have my Dragon's Blood incense going on, which is, not Dragon's Blood, but Vampire Blood incense going on, which is nice. I really love the smell of Vampire Blood. It's a very cleansing smell. I have a little bit of my White Sage going on, and then I have, just now I just lit a little bit of incense of rose. So far it smells good. I love the smell of rose. a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of people like everything. Oh, Taylor, are you still on? If you're still on, you know, write your question down below. I'm sorry. It's just now forewarning me that I need to update the guideline or read the guidelines of the community about the live chat. Apparently, some people were posting a lot of not spam, but like a lot of emojis in one, and it kind of alerted the system. But also, it also just said like someone who removes comments or removes messages in sequence or whatever in a very within short period of time with each other tends to alert it. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, the sensitivity in the chat is sensitive. So meh. Also, my favorite candy of this month, I'm really into M&M's almond. I love biting and letting the almond be exposed. Don't know why. I have a gut feeling the only viewers on here is my mom, because she's a stalker like that. And I need to clean my table because it has tools, because I was building mom got me a curtain rod with some blackout curtains, which I incredibly love right now. I even loved it now because the curtains that we actually have are those little slant ones, and so I pushed them all inside just to see what it feels like, because I knew it was gonna be clear skies the next day. So I was trying to see if there's sun that goes through it, and it kind of does a little, but it's not as strong, which was nice. So tonight I'm gonna actually close the blinds fully behind the curtain to give out that blackout look. Once that happens, I think I might really like it and everything. Hello, Cheney. If you have a question for tarot or oracle, leave it down below. I'll give you a reading. And especially when you're the kind of the only person in the chat, might give you a really good intense one. Kind of give me something to play with. But yeah, my mom is helping kind of building my apartment up. I think that's what it is, and it's kind of nice. She got like in our building, there's like this gap underneath my front door, and the cleaners of the hallways tend to clean the hallways, and they always open the windows so that the actual chemical perfume smell will go out the window. So I live on the edge of the apartments, or edge of the building, and the window's like front door window, and it's the good thing is that since I live in a corner, I can open all my windows. I live in a studio, so the good thing is I can open all my windows up and open my front door and have this such strong gusts of wind coming in and out, and it could air out like like last year. Last year when it was just me and my boyfriend and my older cat, I could have my front door open. She won't go out at all. She won't. She's really into like don't like nothing new. We were pan frying fish, and the smell got really like not the smell of fish, but the deep fried smell got really, really, really just like overwhelming. So we opened all the windows and I got rid of most of the scent. But the minute I opened up the door and that window, a full hurricane went through, which was nice. But I was gonna say the reason my mom got this little door stoppage underneath it. So far there's no breeze coming underneath that door. So I don't feel any cold breeze underneath my feet when I'm doing dishes. So that's like a bonus and whatnot. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm doing good. Shaylee. Okay. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. I am a queen to admit that I mispronounce a lot of people's names. Yes, can we look into my love life or the lack of it? There's a guy I like, but I'm not sure if he likes me back. I should make a note of it. Wait, I should make him a note with a yes or no check boxes. Like, are we going back to like elementary? Like, do you like me? Yes or no, or maybe, and like throw the little note at him and whatnot. It's kind of cute. It's kind of like the whole pebbles of the door thing. Let me put you over here. I'm gonna light my 3 candles. Because it is getting kind of dark. It's getting kind of dark over here in the corner. It's gonna light really quickly. So yeah, let's just do this. The lack of, you have an interest. So since you're kind of the only one here, yes, hi, nice to meet you too. I'm going to be doing readings every Friday here on this channel, every Friday live for whatever how long duration. I might start at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, so it's PST on this end, and just get reconnected to the divine again and becoming a really suffice tarot card reader. I've been a tarot card reader for 20 years, 21, going on 22 years. Actually, 22 years past October. 22 years. But I've been reading online for, 10 years. I have my own YouTube channel besides this one that's dedicated to readings, but I haven't been on there for centuries, it seems, because it's kind of one of those like, I've done it, now I'm not going to go back to it again. So, and it's called Gemini Tarot is the other one, but this one, it's Wiccagem. It's the baby birth from Gemini Tarot. And so that being said, let's get to your reading. Because I'm going to do a tarot card and I'm going to pull out the Oracle deck right afterwards. So, no, I'm not a Scorpio or Leo. I am a Gemini. I can never see myself as a Leo, as a male Leo. That would be too slow for me. I'm very quick in dexterity. Scorpio, my rising sign is Scorpio, so you're probably picking up on that Scorpio thing. So for anybody who is here to start it, jumping on the chat, you definitely just, if you have a question for tarot card or oracle, write your question down below and I'll get to you in an orderly fashion of first come, first serve. Yeah, fully Gemini. Sun sign Gemini, moon sign Taurus, rising sign Scorpio, and a lot of my charts are very heavily into Gemini, a little bit of Pisces, and some Cancers behind that. But some of it, if not most of it, is mostly slightly Scorpio in a way, which is incredibly weird. But yeah, no, we are, but we aren't. So, okay. Let's look at your love life in general, if we're ready. Yeah. Okay, so since I'm just going to upload this video, and this is before you came around, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. I literally have these in my past 3 readings individually, and 2 of them and each have been in to the same reading, which is weird, but and they were asking for love as well. So this is stating to me that there is a new opportunity of love coming your way. You have been single for a moment, and it's time for you. Your time and ready to get out there in the market and get some love into your system. But this love is actually a very familiarized love, or somebody of that you're very familiar with, that's connected to this. And the settings of meeting this person would be into like a work life, or social event, or that deals with this. So it could be talking about specifically this person, and even if this person is the settings of actually connecting with this will be going on such a unexpected date, or an unexpected date would be the word. And I feel like it's going to be really fun and games. It's going to be strong at first, because in the beginning it's deciphering how you guys are connecting. Where's the situation between you two? Like, how are you guys see each other situation? But I see a good connection. Oh, wow. Geez, Mars and Saturn and Pluto in conjunction with Scorpio. Damn, that's a very complex, severely precise in that. Yes, you will be the next reading. I'm currently in the middle of a reading, but you'll be the next reading of what's your next move of a Libra towards me. We're in no contact. Wait. I'm actually not going to answer that question. The reason I'm not going to answer that question, because that is exactly the same question I got earlier this chat, earlier this live video, was no contact. What's their thing? I am kicking that person out of the chat. Person is in timeout, and then poof, you are no longer allowed in the chat. I will refuse to answer the same question over again about that. So okay, again, we're gonna go from there. So it's gonna be like such a connection with that, and then we're gonna see what the oracle has to say on like that. But when it comes to actually, this is the fun fact that I'm not fun fact, but this is gonna be like a fun thing that I'm gonna tell you right now, is that when you actually do become, I think you should ask him onto an unexpected hangout or a date. Be like, hey, do you think we should go, do you think we should go see, this movie, or do you want to go out for a couple of cocktails, kind of hang out and get to know each other? I feel like you should definitely do that. Why are they? I think that is the card. A raven. Okay. I was about to say crow. I don't know if I did I miss your turn? No. If I did, I'm sorry. Just post your question down below and I'll snatch it. I'll snatch you next. You be next. But you got a raven for like the highlight of your guys' relationship, or the highlight of this situation. And I'm not familiar with this deck, but I am working with it. A raven is healing, intuition, and protection. And if you really want to know, the number of the page is 66, which is a really good symbol. The raven offers intuition, protection, and a gift of prophecy. What is meant for initiative? The power of the raven can also bring you a very deep form of healing, which means that also makes sense a little bit, because you've been single for a moment, so it might be meaning you were like in healing form, and so you should definitely think on taking it slow. Gives you a possibility of resolving conflicts as long as you have the bird and country, perhaps. So it just means it's just I think we should just really focus on like the intuition part of it. So when you do, and that makes sense. It makes sense with the actual Six of Cups, right? With it, I think you should really think intuitive with this person. So when you do try to reach out for a date with him or her, I forgot, but with this person, I think that you should after you do that, you should feel them out. Feel what's good for you. Like what does your gut says? Um, does your body say no? Does your body say yes? Does your body say like this is not a healthy situation or whatnot? You would definitely get the stance of um, on it. Especially with the Raven inside the reading, it's gonna really like whoosh, come into you. And you're like, this guy is a piece of shit, or this guy's good. So hopefully that does answer your question. And I'm sorry if you missed your turn, but you have you can still put your question down below for a reading. I'm definitely would love to do that. Yeah, like look on like if you like crows, then you love Portland, Oregon. It's full of fucking crows. It's like crow heaven. I have seen a couple ravens. I don't know if they're local. I never really like researched it if they're local here in Portland or like they can be living here or they can live here. I think they can withstand. But I did see one raven in my life, and how I looked at it, I was like, oh, what a fucking crow over there. Like it's a crow over there, and it was at my job, my old job, and looking onto, um, looking at it, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, walk closer, and it's like it's bigger and I've never like really looked closely, and I noticed it was different color. It wasn't black. It was like this dark purple, like a dark blue, dark violet, a dark purple blue. It was such a strong, bold color, and it looked directly at my face. And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because I was drinking water from the fountain, and it decided to flow away. And I was like, "Man, drop a feather." Is what I really wanted him or her to do. I was like, drop a feather so I can actually have a raven's feather and I will treasure it for life. But yeah, hopefully I answer your questions. But yeah, I think you should just either you make the move or let him make the move, or you guys can unify and make the move together. But like have an outside of settings where you guys can actually talk to each other and like ask simple questions and whatnot, and then fill them out intuitively. Fill them out, know that what's good, what's not good, and go from there, and maybe potentially have a second date. If not, then let there no be a second date. So, but yeah. You're okay, Sonovan, I think that's how you say, or Shonovan. Oh, you lived in Oregon for 15 years, so girl, you know this life. And you're welcome. I don't mind giving you a reading. I mean, that's what I'm here for. So, oh, Sheena. Okay, I was about to say that. See, I'm really terrible with names. I'm at the point where everybody's like, before you even ask for a reading, write your name and actually just write it so I can actually say it, because I'm bad at reading names. You see, you work as a model with guys, and it's you work as a model. Why guys are so afraid of me, like in a very hard to find love kind of way. Usually men who are in, I wouldn't say such a poorly intimidated, but like really like timid when it comes to actually like asking a girl out, and she's like 3 million times gorgeous, like having like 5 million subscribers and followers, kind of tend to feel less worthy. And some men have a typical state of mind where they feel like they're not equal, they feel underneath you. I personally, as a person, would find it very lonely, but I've always said to myself that I want to date somebody who is my equal, who can actually stand up for me and stand up against me when I'm taking charge or literally. I can't date a doormat. I also tend to not date guys who can't like get the courage to ask me on a date. Because if you can't ask me on a date, I'm scared if you're gonna ever, if I ever like give you time of day, I'm scared like what else are you gonna like not tell me in a way, or that you can't have the courage to tell me that I'm acting like a bitch. So it's kind of hard to date somebody who's like that. But yeah, I tend to have that feeling. But like, instead of asking why the guys are, why you're working such a model life, why is it so hard for guys to ask you on a date? Let's just figure out like what is going on with your love life that you feel like you have to come for a reading, if that makes sense for you. Oh, you miss Oregon? Yes. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I live in Portland, so it has its perks and it doesn't have its perks. Ooh, yes. Sorry, I just feel like it had to chop back. Okay. Judgment for Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Now this is telling me that you're in a situation where you're constantly being looked at, model, but you're constantly looked at as a person of wrongful meanings, meaning like, let's put it in your language, since you're a model, you're being always looked at as like, oh, she's a model, there's no brains behind her, or she's you know, she's really difficult to get a read on because everything is like so faced forward, which is wrong because you're actually looking for a relationship. You're looking for love. The Four of Pentacles is talking about, and it's right next to the King of Pentacles, that is talking about that there is a person out there right now that is currently have you in their vision, but you don't really see them. They're kind of like behind the scenes kind of person. It's a quiet person, if you will, who is very Virgo and Taurus. So it's a very quiet, reserved person in the background, especially with the Four of Pentacles right next to it. It's telling me that this person is very practical thinking. Also just starting, and also just started like a year or two into maybe photography, maybe a freshly new producer, a new director, a new cameraman, someone who's just slowly started a new career or a different change in career in their life, and that they're slowly building up clientele. So the fact is, like, it's really hard for you to find a connected love person is because you're kind of looking in the wrong baskets. And there's this one basket. Now, since I'm telling you about this, I feel like you're going to find this person. There's one basket, it's labeled Virgo or Taurus, is popping up, and you're like, what? And then you would just have a connection, an instant connection with this person, because this person sees you for not just like surface, usually earth people, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Usually those people are very into deeper meanings of relationship, and more not what you see outside is more what's inside. Less superficial people in a way, but they're more of like, what we can do financially together, what we can do to profit for each other. So I feel like there is a love relationship out there. There is actually not a love relationship, not to say just love, but there is actually a good committed relationship out there that will help balance you that out. Till then, you're kind of looking in all the weird baskets that we don't want to look in. So look for someone who is a Taurus and a Virgo. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. So hopefully that answers your question, sweetie. Is it an X? I'm not entirely sure. You would know more if it's an X. If it's your ex is Taurus or Virgo, maybe potentially. But this person is like roughly roughly switched to career, and this person has been working near you, or may not be working in the same environment, but working near you. That's in your vision of you, and that's been near you. It's been around. This person's been around you, and supporting on the sidelines more than anything your career in a way, and like kind of impressed in how you're doing what you're doing, in model life or just in general life. Kind of impressed that you're like put together, and you're just these guys that are quote unquote potentials are not really potentials. They're more of just I call them what ifs. They're like, what if relationships? What if I give them a time of day, you know? And I don't think those are the people that the guys or girls that you should go with, and that you should really focus on somebody who is a Taurus and a Virgo who's very silent and quiet in a way, because that person is going to really support you emotionally and physically. And that's something what you kind of need. So, see, if your ex is a Scorpio, then maybe that's not the person. I do need to take some water. My throat is getting really dry. So hopefully that answers your question. And I'm sorry if I did skip you. I'm so authentically sorry. Like, that's so not me. A lot of people. This is like my very first like official live YouTube video that I have on here on my channel. That it's like really into it, and it's really difficult because it's really difficult because like a lot of people get on there and then like message, and it's like it floodgates the message board, the chat itself, and then I don't mean to forget anyone, but I'm trying to catch all of it, and then it's like really notifying, like, should you show this or hide this or block this person or put this person on timeout, yada yada yada. And I'm like, okay, how do you do this? I'm not new. I'm all new to this. Oh, so sorry if it's so sorry for that. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm like, subscribe to me, because I'm definitely gonna start doing this every Friday. You know, probably around this time, roughly around. I started here at 4 Pacific Standard Time. So let's think about around that. That's a good timing where I can dedicate myself to this. Basically to this. And whatnot. So hopefully y'all are doing good. Tips: if you're ever doing tarot card readings, running low on energy, peanut almonds, protein for the onions. Like, have a little snack of protein, keep it going. Amounts of water, and my Arizona tea is my thing. It's either Arizona tea, Sprite, actual tea, hot tea, Sprite, or ginger ale. I kind of tend to stay with lighter fluids. I tend to stay away from darker fluids. Not a big fan of dark fluids. But really, what really kills my throat is the excessive talking and the incense. I have my, my back porch open. Kind of give that airy, flowy air through. I am a Gemini. Full on Gemini. I think I have my chapstick over here too. If not, it should be over here. I am a Gemini, and I'm I'm an old person. Not many people believe my age, which is really funny. Really funny, because either the person gets it so close, or they get it so far. It's like no. And I have you guys kind of post it on my table, and you're kind of like leaning into the window in a way. Don't worry, you're safe. Like, you won't fall. Tripod, there's like the window's closed and everything. But I can kind of see my neighbors hanging out down in the courtyard, and the amount of activities down there. Kind of slightly distracting. Sorry, I'm having a chocolate moment. Anyways, let's keep the chat going. If you guys are new here, I'm doing readings, tarot readings, oracle readings of the plant and animal oracle reading, one card out of the oracle deck at least. And yeah, if you have questions or anything you want to put down below, put your question down below, what you want me to answer. I'll be happy to answer it. But to continue our conversation, there's two things I do want to talk about since we're in idle mode. I would love to talk about zodiac signs, zodiac signs. Like, what is your signs? And what is like the best feature of your sign? Like, what is something that you're very proud of sign-wise? And ghost experiences. Like I said earlier with the chat, or earlier with the video, I'm experiencing just spirits in general. Kind of giving me these weird, vivid dreams and just like waking up and like, huh, that was strange. Hi, lovely. I'm doing well. If you're just now joining, tarot card readings, whatnot, leave your question down below. I, however, yes, you can ask if you want. You can ask a question if you want. I just need to use, how does Josh feel about you? Let me answer that question. Real quick, I do need to use the restroom. I've been holding it for a while. I'll be back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to use the restroom so bad. Had to use the restroom so bad, and I might just add my gold candle. Oh God, I feel so much better now that I peed. And I swear to God, on a real note, people should definitely wash their hands when they use the restroom. Even, I don't care if you live at home, you should definitely wash your hands in there. Oh, a little more lighting. I love that. Anyways, sorry about that. Lovely. How does Josh feel about you? Yes, people should wash their hands no matter what. Even if you're at home, wash your hands, because it's just, it's a good habit to be in. And, ew, don't make me a sandwich if you just went to the bathroom. Let's see how Josh feels. Queen of Wands, 7 of Swords, and a 10 of Cups. this is talking about, so how does he feel about you? This is talking about that you're very motherly. You're very motherly to him. You do have this mentality of, I can take care of you. Um, and he also feels safe because you're a very nourishing person. You're also, as you can kind of see in the card without the crappy lighting, also that card also symbolize that you're very careful with you're very careful with him, which is something he kind of needs. You got the Seven of Swords in there as well, which is meaning like, let's not make you mad, let's not cross your path, let's not piss you off. There is a very fine line of a fine line of patience, and you just straight up just think it's just annoying. So you have a little bit of impatientness. The Ten of Cups is talking about such a good union between you two. You do feed into what he really needs from you, and it's like I keep telling people, when it comes to when it comes to the relationship, there's always a gardener and there's always a flower. And right now you're kind of being the gardener to him when normally you feel like you should be the flower, but really ultimately you're the right now you're the gardener to him, and you're kind of help nourishing a little bit. And then once you feel like he will get back to your level, you will revert back to revert back to the actual flower. So right now at this time of need, he kind of needs that assistance. And also, just, I mean, look at this card. This card is like he's carrying a lot as a person, and he's dropping swords like nobody's business. So maybe this is a time where you do carry him and whatnot, and maybe he needs that. Sometimes in relationships, when I see in readings from people, is that they tend to a lot of people tend to stay in their actual they'll stay in their actual title, and they won't like evolve or change or switch the hats, because sometimes it's a team effort to keep the fire burning, and sometimes you just gotta switch roles a little bit. Some relationships are like that, and that is, in this case, that does apply to you, and you need to recognize it. But sometimes you gotta be the gardener, and sometimes you gotta be the flower, and so does he. So again, and right now he's in a state of burdens. So right now he feels very, I'm carrying way too much for a person. I need support. That's kind of what he's kind of asking. But overall, 10 of Cups is saying you're in a good situation. You're in a very good situation. So, yes, he's kind of ruthless. Do you see love? I do. Queen Bean. Ooh, right? Queen Bean, hi. Hello. If you're new here, guys, if you want a reading, write your question down below. I'm doing tarot card readings and some oracle readings down there, and I will answer you in a fashionably order of first come, first serve. But I do see love. Like the Ten of Cups is a very loving card, a very understanding, loving card. So yes. Can you be added to the list? There is no list. It's open right now, so take full advantage of it. He's in jail. Okay, that's probably why he looks onto you for support, is that he's not 100% strong right now. He needs someone to hold down the fort, and that's could be potentially it. But I mean, hopefully he does get out soon and in a respectful manner, and that he won't be a bad boy anymore, and that he will be a good boy. I mean, life like those kind of lifestyles tend to burn out really quickly. There's not really a successful end to that, successful ending of that out of that lifestyle. So hopefully he can get his head out of his ass and become a better person. I'm just saying in general. I don't need to know why he's in there. I don't want to get into a relationship with him, and if he cheats because he's a player, because I knew him when we were children. Thank you, love, you're amazing. Yeah, just if it comes to like that support relationship, I mean, it's a lovely relationship. But hopefully if you are like a really stern, strong woman into the situation, you might be able to revert his thoughts on that and might becoming a better person. And you can kind of show him like, hey, if you want me in your life, you gotta do better. We gotta do better for each other. And maybe we just need to have a really good understanding with one another of relationship, and that we can't live this lifestyle. If not, then I'm sorry, cut the loss. Because like the Queen of Wands is can be very patient when she wants to be, but can be very impatient and cuts people out of her life when she doesn't need that bullshit. So I would be very scared for him if that's the case. But yeah, Queen Me, there is no list. What is that? Okay. It's just in a message I just need to really watch. Because he feeds into his ratchet baby mama. Does he have another woman? You know, as a Queen of Wands, if I were you, as a Queen of Wands, just lay it out front. And lay it out front and just tell him, like, this is what I have to offer. If you can't do better, then I'm cutting you gone. Because, again, Queen of Wands, they have patience, but the patience will be thrown out the window immediately when there is no respect, no hope, no love, none of that energy. So you just gotta tell them that if I smell 1 ounce of a deadbeat person or another woman or anything of that sorts, that I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna leave. And that's what you should do, and walk away. However, if you have children involved with him, just know that you will hit him up for that stuff as well. So just do it right, because I know you do it right. I know you're the thought in you. Yeah, you just gonna have to, like, if you want to be the only woman, you just got to emphasize on him. Tell him that this is what I'm having to offer in a relationship. And if I don't get the respect out of the situation, because I'm respecting you by not going into another relationship, not jumping into another man's bed, that I'm not doing this to you, so you should not do it to me. However, if I feel like I said an urge or something is going around, something's coming up, and that you may be playing weird, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna be dipping out. You really gotta put the because if you don't now, it would you just would accept his actions for every time he does a boo-boo to you or something fucked up on you. You will accept every time he does something wrong to you. That it's okay, I will take you back if you fuck up. Or you didn't push me far enough, so I'll accept you right now until then. I mean, that's kind of the thing that you should really. Yeah, twin flame is some real business. Yes, people can change. Sorry, people can change. It's just when and how they change. Some people change when it comes to a relationship, and they no longer don't want to be in that relationship. There's a form of change. People keep thinking. People have this mentality of the word change is always related to the change for good, change from bad to good. We also got to think of the healthier change, where I can't date you because we're not good for each other. That's him changing you out, changing the situation by not being part of it. So that could be meaning that of change. So like on a spectrum level, again, like I said, you should definitely put on some boundaries, rules, and lay down consequences, because obviously he doesn't understand consequences, and if he does, he doesn't have the mentality to respect those consequences. So I think you should just turn around and be like, here's where it is, this is what I'm doing right now, I'm coming from this, and you know this, and I can't be with you if you have all these things, but the bonus of me being with you is such and such and such and such and such. And know the fact that my trust, I'm reaching my hand out and I'm trying to trust you. But then know that the minute you bring the hand, I have to leave. So that's what I would say if I was in your position. Like, I have to leave. Because you got to have this mentality, not just mentality, but you just got to have this in your head that even though it hurts both people, it's healthier to cut a person off before they consume you. And then there's mental problems. There's people who mentally break in relationship. Not only that, but some people end up changing their lifestyles. They end up flipping themselves into drugs and things that can potentially damage, irreversible damages. And by then it's like too late. They're like fully consumed by it. So I think personally, you just need to stand up for yourself, and you just need to just straight up and be like, no, this is what they offered him. And honestly, if he's not man enough to take the offer, the simplicity offer, then I don't want to be with somebody like that. But that's entirely your choice. Hold on, I'm gonna read it. My Instagram, Bigo. I don't know what Bigo is. My Instagram is Wiccagem as well. My Snapchat is also Wiccagem. I end up paying for the rights of this Wiccagem, so I own them. So I get the right away when I play anything, video game. If I get into anything, I can email the actual tech support and talk to them and be like, hey, I own the rights, so whoever owns this, you gotta delete that user so I can claim that name. Some people don't go that far and be tacky like that, but I would, because it's Wiccagem and it's kind of a unique name. So it's lit. I would make money right now. I mean, definitely there's like 4 to 5 different shops around here that I can make money for this. I can definitely get on their thing and make some bit of profit in tarot card reading, and I know that, I'm fully aware. However, I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to build a relationship for this deck so I don't have any worries of relying on hold on, I need to think a little bit, because it does have different imagery than what I'm used to. And then for my plant and animal oracle deck, it's always upset, I swear. I don't know nothing much about them as much. I just know a little bit of basic definitions on plants and some of a bit of animals. But I'm trying to connect to this deck because I'm trying to incorporate these oracles, this oracle deck with my tarot deck to get a really good full body message. And then that eventually I would definitely start charging a reasonable amount, and slowly try to get back and get my client list back up. So eventually I can create a business where I can actually have it on the sideline. Because I used to do this as business on the sideline, but yeah. I would definitely try it. I'll definitely try it. Bigo. Never heard of it, but I'll definitely get onto it. Yeah, I know. And this is a channel that I've kind of left in the back burner for a time being. So it's a double win for me. I'm trying to build relationship, try to build knowledge, and I'm also trying to build subscribers and stuff on this channel. I'm trying to give back life to this channel because this channel definitely needs it. And it kind of died a little bit because of my lifehood and transaction in life. There. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, definitely, it's okay. I'm not here for views. I'm here for just working. I'm gonna close the blinds because my neighbors are actually full on can see me and I can't see them. And one neighbor's full on what the fuck is he doing? He's talking on his phone in a way, and there's candles everywhere, and he's just looking at me odd, and I'm I'm not about to have my neighbor come walk up me if I ever see him and walk up to me and be like, what were you doing? What were you killing? So, and plus it actually creates a little more lighting. Definitely. Whenever you're comfortable with, I'm going to support you. Well, thank you for the support. Like I said, just be standing up for yourself. If you're just new to the chat, I can't really see right here because of the lighting. If you're new to the chat or whatnot, doing tarot card readings. If you have a question, write your questions down below. I'll read you your cards and whatnot. Save this video. Okay, love, save this video. Yeah, definitely save the video and use it for like your splashback. And I'm gonna be here every Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I just kind of have a like whenever I want to get offline, then I'll definitely get offline. There. It's kind of whatever to fill every day to every Friday to fill. And then definitely I do live readings on my Facebook as well, but I'm slowly going to take that off and just remain here only. So yeah, so save the video if you want. And if I was gonna say if you want to come and like sit and use it as a podcast listening, I'm totally down for that. That's actually that's also in the midst of this, is that this might potentially help branch out podcasting, because I swear that's the next step in life is podcasting, and might have some guests and might do some readings, might do like stuff like that and just like talk about ghostly realm stuff. And I wouldn't mind getting back into podcasting because I did it early in my life in Blog Talk Radio. That's when I did podcasting, and that was incredibly fun to do podcasting. And oh god, it's so fun! It was so fun. I wish we can get back to that again and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes down to earth. Sometimes I can be ghetto rancid. Sometimes I can just be, you know, I don't know. I'm a Gemini. I like to entertain, and I'm down to earth. When it comes to my readings, I'm very like serious about it and coming across, because it's a serious situation that people come to me for readings and stuff like that. So my sign is a Gemini. My moon sign is a Taurus, which makes me very practical thinking, reliable. I don't like sudden things that doesn't fall into the Gemini sun. So I don't like sudden things that just incorporate into me. So I'm okay with switching plans up. I'm okay with just like different things, but I'm not okay if it's out of my element and it puts me in a different situation that I'm not really keen for. But I do adapt to my surroundings. My rising sign is a Scorpio, which makes me very very direct, serious, playful at some point, but also I analyze a lot of things, aka watch people's actions and their movements and stuff like that, and I react to them. Which also, having that combination, it makes me a very unique tarot reader, because I can be very communicative and straightforward, but also accurate with it, and have some bit of down to earth energy behind it. So that's kind of like impressive skill that I have, I guess. Yes, my big brother is a Gemini. You see potential, baby. See potential. Yes, I've heard this quite a bit. That's why, I mean, I can't see myself as a tarot card reader. I can't see myself going on those like live psychic chats and stuff like that. I can't see myself like that. I'm so much of I wouldn't say like I'm a better reader than them, but I have so much like pride, a sense of pride and respect for myself to not put myself in such lines that I don't really want to be associated with. So hi. Yeah, the readings is my readings are open and free and everything. So if you have a question, if you come on here and you want a question for tarot card reading, just leave your question down in the comment in the chat, and I will read it for you, and we can go from there. I'm doing like a tarot card readings, but I may potentially go with my oracle deck which helps a little. I'm not rusty, but I'm a little new to the oracle, these two oracle decks. So I usually read them right off the book and kind of give a little bit of splash to it, get a bit of a connection of. You're curious about what Stefan is like under the layers. So that's such a unique question, FYI. It was nice conversating with you, lovely. I will be here next Friday, so prepare for that. I just got a sense that he's hiding. Okay, give me a little bit of details on what you feel like he's hiding. Like, do you feel like he's hiding a situation, and whatnot? Do you feel like he has a side chick, if you will, like a dark side? I mean, everybody has a dark side, but like I'm thinking what you're really meaning is like, does he have a mean streak in his body, which is really hard to. Ooh. Cards, what are you doing? Which is really hard to kind of read because it's like I'm peering into his life. I mean, A, without his permission, B, without him being present, and people tend to forget that when you go to a tarot card reader, you kind of don't want to. You don't want someone to appear in your life, so it's that. So I'm going to ask the tarot, what is your relationship with him? How is it? And what are the conditions? And if it just so happens to pop up that there's something behind him, there's quote unquote what you want to see, a dark side, then we can go from there. But I definitely want to see your relationship with him. I want to keep it very relevant and involvement of you onto him. If that makes sense. No, there's no one else. And yeah, like a violent shriek. True. Okay, I just know he drinks a lot. And I saw something, I don't know. The other day I said something came out. Okay. Again, let's go from there and see what's going on. Wow. Very, 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 very strong cards. The World, the Magician, the Devil. Now you see why I kind of rearranged your question so we can get some information out of the situation. So you're okay. Don't say anything else in the chat. Yes, don't say anything in the chat. Just let me vent. And just answers yes or I'm going to ask you some bit of questions of yes or no, and you can just answer from there, because I think this is a very highly sensitive subject. So when you first started hanging around with this guy, you were in a well-balanced life. You were everything, I wouldn't say like the perfect life. You had like everything was hunky-dory, peaceful, but you were very content in this type of life, and you were very content with what he had to offer. So when you guys started dating, it was a very mutual understanding relationship. However, with the devil pointed at the cross, the devil is a very hidden, underlined character who hides and very deceitful and very hides in situation and kind of like goes around you and not so much as reveal itself to you. So it went from a very understanding, healthy, potentially healthy relationship to not so healthy relationship where there was, again, addictions would be one, but it would be a very poorly decision-making relationship. Also, this is also talk about there was a facade in the situation. So what you saw on the surface is not an actual authentic truth to the situation, and that there was more underlining situation that you as a person not liking discovering, but you flopped into this. And when you flopped into it, things were just not going things were just not clicking. Because like now you have a different light, as you can see, different light into him. So now you visualize him as a different character. Then you have this like domino effect on a person, on this person, and that you now like, oh, now you start seeing like little petty stuff that kind of irritates you, and you're irked because you were once okay and now you're not okay with the situation. So good. So we're on the same boat. So you have the Magician in front of you. Pretty cool card. Magician is I will kind of situation. Magician has a power to bring things. I'm not saying this is you, but I'm saying this is the name of the situation. The theme of the card is to bring things into here. Now the Devil card has the things it brings from underlines up to the surface. So you kind of have this really duality connection here. So you got the yin and yang situation. There is actually legitimate, this relationship can be salvaged. However, there is compromising that needs to be thrown in the air, boundaries. There need to be rules. You need to set up rules. You also need to set up consequences because there's a lack of communication between you two. There's a lack of respect for one another. And so I think this needs to, I think you need to pull stuff on the surface. I don't know if alcoholism is a thing here or not. I just feel that there's some things that that he feels out of control inside. So he tries to smother that as opposed to smothering that out of controlness inside. It happens to spew it outside of himself. And therefore he becomes a loose cannon in the situation. Or you view it as a loose cannon. So with the Magician being involved, I think that you need to like really clarify things between each other. And I think you should definitely bring certain things to the surface by like saying, hey, there's something I feel about you that I want to make sure and don't put yourself in a trap where like, well, I think it's just all in my head. Don't say that. Make it very you towards him and don't make it personal. When it comes to certain characters like this, manipulators, table turners, people, they tend to work on your words when it comes to like, hey, I feel like there's a situation that happened yesterday. I feel like that was weird, or is it just me? And then you just left a door of opportunity where it is, oh yeah, it is just you. You're just really thinking stuff. And then you convince yourself, well, I said it, he said it, then it must be it. And it tends to sorry for the connection, to minimize yourself. So I feel that when you do talk to him, just make it very about him, about the situation, and just say I feel. I feel like the other day you got a little too tipsy. Don't be heavily dramatic, because people who have a dark side will dramatically happen. So we're working with landmines in a way here, and just like I feel something different. You did kind of act a little weird and everything. Are you okay? Go from there. Make it all on him. Make it about him in this situation, because usually people who are hiding stuff don't like the spotlight on them, and they have a tendency to like no. I need to throw tricks. And if you see that in him, like he's deflecting, making you look like a weird person and everything, then the situation needs to be squashed then and be like, no, we do definitely need to talk about this, and go from there. But don't get heated. Try to be in self-control. Try to keep your tone very monotone, nothing high pitch, nothing low pitch, where they have emotions behind those questions. You need to be very strict. You need to be very direct, because the Magician is a very direct card and a very like get this stuff out. The Magician is actually the Devil's weakness in tarot. So, but they do contrast from each other. The Devil does bring stuff to the surface. The Magician wills the good stuff. So it's a yin and yang situation. But hopefully, mine's yes. Hopefully this kind of answer your questions a little bit. When you say you do have, when you when you say that he has a dark side, or you feel like there's a dark side, everybody has a dark side. I just want to let you know that everybody does have it, but I think I got what you're really saying is like there's like an underlining situation that you just don't feel comfortable or don't tricky about it. Let's see what it is, but there is something there, and just put in your mind that he is hurt. There's a hurt behind this. People who are very angry doesn't lash out because they just want to be angry. People who are angry when they lash out is because they're hurt by something. So hopefully this answered your question and whatnot. But yeah, I'm here. I'm going to be here every Friday. This is my first live video, tarot card live video today. So I thought maybe I should make it official and make it every Friday, tarot card reading and whatnot, and then have a good time with it. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Just take it slow. Take it slow. Keep your tone very, very simple, direct. Nothing high or low. Nothing with heightened emotions. And make it about him. Put the spotlight on him. Say that I feel, or I saw, or I heard. And is something going on? Do I need to know something? Don't tell him your feelings in the situation, how you feel like, oh, I feel kind of weird with you. Like, don't do that, because it's leaving an opportunity or a door for him to step on and use it as a ladder, and then it just spins confusion. And we don't want confusion with landminers. You know, you gotta nip it at the bud. So hopefully that kind of helps you. Josefina is actually the name. Yeah, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for. As a tarot card reader, you get a little bit of advice. I've never had to experience somebody who's a landminer, but I've also made sure that during heated arguments and whatnot, I make sure that I don't get myself trapped, because I'm a Gemini. I don't like to be trapped. I like to outsmart who I'm versing, and I don't like to be trapped, so I tend to not put myself in entrapment. So I just like, nope, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I'm not going to give you any platform to work on me, but if there's something going on with you, I want to emphasize on you and whatnot. Yeah, don't let it go on you, because once it goes on you, then you just give him a platform and he can just ride with it and make it all about you, and then you're confused and you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, and then an argument happens and you guys say words that you guys are not really fond of and not happy about, and sometimes some words can't really heal, because it's like words are kind of like you taking a sledgehammer to a mirror, and then you smash it into a million pieces, but when you put it back together, those cracks are still there, so the hurt is still there. It's just not currently affecting the person as much, but it still remains there. So you gotta watch out how you say, because words are and can be powerful and damaging to a person. So don't give them a platform that can potentially hurt you. I'm not saying it's your fault on the situation. It's just like you said, there's a little dark side to him that you're not really comfortable with, and that's the only way I can think of, like, conversating with him. So Kitchen Witch, hello Kitchen. Why does that name sound familiar? Names and videos. Was it Canadian Kitchen Witch? Is that the one that I used to watch all the time? She used to shop. There was a Canadian witch, Nat, who I talk to all the time on TikTok. I talk to her. She's my personal homegirl. And then there's the Canadian Kitchen Witch, where she actually like goes shopping all the time. She was blonde, long hair, glasses. I know it's not you, Kitchen Witch, but I'm just trying to like. There was so many names of Kitchen Witch throughout the time of my YouTube life that I'm just like, oh my god. How many are you? Like, you guys are coming out of the cupboards. You guys are coming out of the ovens. Like, how many kitchen witches do we need when we just need one cook? There's a lot of cooks. But yeah, Josefina, hopefully that answered your question. So I would love for you to like come back next Friday and kind of give me like an update, or come see me in one of my live videos, subscribe to me, and then come see my live videos and tell me the update. I would love to hear from you. I mean, you do come up and try to get my attention, because I tend to forget people's tarot cards. So don't come up to me and be like, oh, Anthony, remember the devil card? I would be like, okay, I do remember a devil card, but I don't remember particularly a person. Just like, hey, we talked about landmines and the dark sides, and I will click on like, oh yeah, you gotta remind me. Yes, I've done videos. I won prizes from you once. It was a quick reading. Oh yeah, I know. I'm really terrible. I did. I want to give my tarot cards like a time to relax, and time to like recharge. I'm gonna put like my big ass mama rose cord on top of it. Kind of give me like I'm kind of slightly losing my voice. It's because of the incense and talking a lot. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of Nunu. But yeah, contests. I was trying to do contests a couple times and it just failed miserably. And I was so mad at myself for giving people a contest and never fulfilled. And the fun fact is like the recent contest I had, the winner actually never claimed his prize, or never alerted me, or I just don't remember having that interaction. But the person never claimed, so it was so difficult to give him his reading. But the other ones wanted a private reading in a way. They didn't want too much of exposure of their reading, which is fine. I would give him respect. But with him, he never said anything about reading. He's like, oh yeah, I'll get to the reading. I'll give you an answer. I'll give you a question and whatnot. We can do it. And I was like, do you want a private? Do you want an open reading? And it never came to. So I thought that was really unique. You follow me on my snaps and just message you, sending you good vibes. It's under the same name. Okay, yeah. So with the snaps, you probably obviously see my butt. Because on my Snapchat, I'm very personal. I do random shit on there. I don't really... Snapchat is kind of like bullshit. A bullshit hat for me to play on. You can follow me in all surfaces. Snapchat, Wiccagem, Instagram, Wiccagem, TikTok, Wiccagem, Facebook. I think it's just Wiccagem, but there's two of them. So I have my main profile, and I have Wiccagem's profile, which I wish I could fuse them together, but I can't. I tried to build a Wiccagem's Facebook page, but it literally asked for so much information at the time for it building that I was like, no, I'll just build a whole Facebook profile so it'd be easier to do friend requests and whatnot. And that was more easy to manage than back in the day with the Facebook pages and stuff. But yeah. I mean, if you did, let me check. If you go as a kitchen witch on here, oh, you said it was a few days ago. Yeah, if you did one on there a couple days ago, I didn't see it, and if I did, I'm so sorry for not replying. I really do reply a lot on Snapchat, and I reply a lot on Snapchat and TikTok a lot more than Instagram. Oh, there's also Twitter. If you guys want to follow Wiccagem on Twitter, I mean, I don't really post too much on there. I used to, but then I don't. I used to have back in like 2007, 2008. There was this app which you can go on there and post a picture and comment on the picture, or you can post a post and all that stuff, and it would send to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn was the other one that they partnered up with, which is weird. And it just basically posts on every social platform, and I didn't have to worry about anything. And all I had to do is like, okay, boom, just it created audience, and it did help boost a lot of things. And just now it's like the app does not want to work at all with any of this new feature. So sucks monkey dick. So yeah, definitely. It was a few days ago, but yeah, I'm gonna get off on here. I'm actually losing my voice a little bit. It's getting kind of rough to talk, and I'm gonna head over and kind of like relax a little. I have, what time is it? 6 o'clock. So I have a couple hours. I need to start cooking dinner. I'm kind of getting hungry, and yes. So hopefully you guys are doing okay out there, and I'm just gonna save this video on Wiccagem. So if you guys made it this far, congratulations. We'll be here next Friday for a tarot card reading at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I'll start my readings there. So I'll see you guys soon, and hopefully you guys are doing okay and everything. And like always, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.